right, thanks to news from Nvidia with a new deal with OpenAI, a new upgrade for Apple, new upgrade as well, new targets, year-end targets, higher new year-end targets from Goldman on the S&P 500. Rate cut odds still in play for at least two more at the end of this year. All of this really helping push a very narrow segment of the market higher today. I'll break all that down in today's market outlook preview. So let's go ahead and get started. Today is Monday, September 22nd, 2025. This is the market outlook from marketscholars.com. My name is David Settle. So the S&P 500 finished or started, the expiration cycle the same way that it finished the last one, with a nice move to the upside, up 0.5% above the range today, above the average. So nice, good move. You can see like this, since this near-term rally we got, or near-term low, we got on September the 3rd or 2nd, very similar to the near-term low we got on August the 1st. But since that low point, we've really taken off here. And you can see the near-term line has just progressively gotten more and more bullish as we've done this. So it looks like, especially considering, again, above average range, which one of the bigger ranges for an update that we've had since we first came off the low point. And usually you get a pretty decent range coming off lows. You don't generally get big ranges like that when we're already so high. And that's what we got today. Of course, a lot of that was driven by news in the AI sector. You can see the NASDAQ 100 doing very well, following the same pattern, just progressively getting more bullish. If I were to take a look at those Mag 7 names all on the same chart, Microsoft was down today, but 4% move in Apple. Now it's going parabolic itself. 4% move on Nvidia. I mean, those were the biggest drivers on the market. Not everything has been doing so well. IBM's doing a little bit better, CRM, so some of the smaller tech names, but you can see some of the other. Meta is pulling back down. Amazon is getting a bull tag there. Broadcom's been pulling back, even though Nvidia moved up higher. Like I said, Tesla is going parabolic. It's having a hard time now building on that move. Google is slowing down. So it's not all. It's really just those two names, Apple being upgraded, Nvidia making its deal with OpenAI for data centers. And that's really kind of what's pushing. In fact, if you look at the market forecast for the equal weighted index, you can see like that's not very bullish at all. And look how flat it's been. We got light pink shading. The intermediate line's dropping below 80. The near-term line's not nearly as bullish. So much different scenario there in that regard. And not only that, but if you look at like how you say, okay, we had an update today, but the VIX was up today. In fact, the VIX is back above all of its kind of short and intermediate term averages. If you look at it on relative to relative to VIX 3M, you're still at pretty decent levels there, kind of in that sweet spot, but you're easily above 15. Your VVIX is almost to 100, so that correlation, which weakened down below 75%, is it looks like we're kind of turning higher here. So it looks like VIX might be poising for a move, and you see that in some of the safety trades. Not so much the dollar as much as like gold. Look at gold and silver for that matter, just going really parabolic here over the last little bit. So that's making a run up to the upside. Yields also continue their higher move, though I don't expect that they'll continue to move very much higher. Like we're right in the middle of the current Fed funds range. So that's going to limit the Fed cut odds. So right now, those Fed cut odds are still pretty high, at least for one more cut by the end of the year, at least for one more cut. Of course, really the question isn't whether they're going to cut again by the end of the year. The question is whether they'll cut at both meetings. And so October is the one that's in play. And as of right now, it's still a 90% chance that we get that cut in October, and then a 75% chance that we'll get a cut in October and December. So that's the number that's been, kind of pulling back a little bit today. It's up higher than a week ago, but there was one point last week that we were kind of right around the 90% mark on that. So 75, that's the key number to watch, because again, are we going to get one in October and December, or just December? Remember, December is the next time we get the projections. So that's kind of the main ideas in the market today. Very narrow move, very low breadth, and I go into a lot more detail on that in the full market outlook video, which you can catch right here with that link that will take you to the blog post. This link actually takes you to the blog post, which you get for free. So if you click that link, you'll get to our full detailed blog post on what happened today. But the rest of the video is for our subscribers, including our foundation tier members. That's why I go into a lot more detail in the 30-minute long video. You can get to that with this link right here. All right, well, that is it for today. You've heard from me now. Now I want to hear from you. Comment on our YouTube video. Comment if you follow me on Twitter on today's Market Outlook tweet or post. Let me hear what you're thinking. On anything I brought up today that you want to hear more about. Anything I didn't bring up today that you want my take on, post those on the comment section. Again, thank you very much for watching. Follow me at DavidSettle42 on Twitter for more content between the videos. Subscribe to our site for free to get our full Market Outlook post like I mentioned earlier. You can also subscribe to our site for just $29 a month and get our Market Outlook videos, full videos, as well as the trades, the Market Outlook Live, where we do the trades in real time and manage the trades in real time, and the Market Outlook Live Trade Tracker, where we track the results of those trades. All of that for just $29 a month. That's that link I shared earlier. You can also get to it right here as well. Have a great rest of your Monday night, everybody, and we'll see you all tomorrow.